Can we give a big round of applause to these students? I have not taken your names, but once we have the German delegates and our other dignitaries, we will introduce you to the forum. Thank you once again, students. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce our first speaker, Mr.M.Manikandan. He's a motivational speaker, coach, mentor, and business excellence professional. He has over 14 years of experience in developing people through culture transformation and process improvement initiatives, including leadership roles in quality and continuous improvement. He's experienced in organizational diagnosis, setting continuous improvement vision to achieve business manufacturing excellence, continuous improvement strategy formulation, and its deployment, and promoting continuous improvement culture in the organization through Lean, Six Sigma, portfolio management, change management, mentoring, and coaching. As part of the Lean Resource team in Industrial and Marine Gas Turbine Division, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL Bangalore, he played a very important role in formulating and deploying Lean strategy for the division using policy deployment matrix. He is a PMP, Project Management Credential holder from PMI India. He's a PMI India champion. I now request Ms. Manikandan to take the session. First business session.
Good morning. Thanks a lot to Mr. Prakash for the wonderful words used to in welcoming me today. There are some ground rules. I request all of you to put your mobile on silent mode once again. If anything is urgent, you are free. You can go out, attend your call, and you can get back. Okay? During the course of the discussion, I will take the example of few companies, few names. I request you to keep this within these 4 walls. Thank you. So, the purpose of the session is to understand what is manufacturing excellence, a path to manufacturing excellence from my 15 years of experience in this field. And I divided the path to manufacturing excellence into 2 parts. One is doing, the other one is being. What is manufacturing? I think students, all of us know, it's a process of converting the raw material into a finished product which will meet the customer requirements. Manufacturing implies 4 M's. Whenever we have instability in 4 M, you will have a problem in the organization. And manufacturing always employs technology and people combination. What is excellence? Excellence is being the best of the best or outstanding, put it in simple words. And excellence is a moving target. A product which was excellent say 20 years ago, today it was not excellent. From this we can conclude excellence is a journey without any finish line. What is manufacturing excellence? I was like this, going through so many books to understand what is manufacturing excellence. Say 5 years ago, I have gone through about 12 books, but I am not able to derive any good definition out of the books. Then my church of excellence started from there onwards 5 years ago. Today, I can say manufacturing excellence is the driving force of any business. Manufacturing excellence is all about making the organization perform better, produce bottom line results. It is about improving the real bottom line results. Okay, let's get started. All of us want to achieve excellence, whether it is organization or whether it is personal excellence. Everybody wants to be the best of the best. If you take in the context of manufacturing excellence, what is preventing us? From my experience in any manufacturing industry, things which prevent us to achieve manufacturing excellence are machine availability issues, hour-long changeovers, scrap, quality-related issues, missing parts and labels, absenteeism and employee turnover. The list continues. I just put few things, whatever came in my top of my mind. Okay. And most of the organization implemented Lean, Six Sigma project management way of approaching, improving the process or the organizations. But what happened? Yes, it resulted in improving the organization. But most of the time it was only a one-time achievements. They were unable to sustain the improvement and climb the ladder further. What happens? If you ask me, this is the model I derived out of my 14 years of experience in manufacturing excellence. As I told in the beginning, manufacturing excellence consists of two parts. One is being, the other one is doing. Yes, we can achieve manufacturing excellence without being. Every organization identify the strategic initiative, say 10 to 12 initiative every year. We will initiate strategic projects. Then what we will do? You will achieve the manufacturing excellence. Many of the companies, once they achieve or successfully complete the identified projects, they will achieve the year-long projects, year-long targets. It's very true. But are they sustaining? If you want to sustain, working on the strategic initiative alone will not be sufficient. We need to work on being. Being is nothing but the organization cultural DNA, values, behaviors. If you work on both the sides, both doing and being, the organization will achieve the excellence and it will be a sustained excellence. There are companies. First, let me touch upon what is doing part. All of us know PDCA. Before you do, plan to check, adjust. I am not going to make use of the word art because for me the right word here is the adjust. Because no strategy is going according to the plan. You make up some plan, you go and work at the software, and again you come back. The 100% of strategy will not work. You need to do a little bit of adjustment in the plan to achieve the business results. That's why I use the word adjust in place of art. So the first thing before doing any PDCA, you need to grasp the situation where we are. Grasping the situation is understanding what, why, and where are the abnormalities. Once you know there is an abnormality, then you can do PDCA and improve upon. This is the subject which I like more. I don't like more Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma just a wall or elevation of many organizations. But before you build a house, we need to make the foundation strong. If you don't make your foundation strong, whatever structure or elevations you make, that will not last long. So, what happened in one of my assignments, I called all the head of the departments. I told them, let us have a 4 hours workshop on what is preventing us to achieve the business results. Then the team came out with, one is people is the real problem, workplace organization, sometimes we call it 5 years, that's a big problem, and then standard processes. Then people told we have standard processes, but most of the time the people don't follow. And then health, safety and environment is a problem, and people told performance management is also a problem on day-to-day basis. And received management is the biggest problem. And people told, my employees are very good in producing, but they don't take care of the equipments. Equipment is nothing but asset care. Trust me, these are the things came out of the operation people in the software. Then we had one more day-long workshops. Because I cannot go ahead with these 8 process basis work upon. Then the team identified. Say for an example, we told people, for each process basics, we identify the process attributes. If you take people, one of the process attributes what we identified was lead process users. It's very simple. You have a process. Do you have an owner for the process? If there is no owner, you will get 0 mark in the assessment. If there is a owner, you will get 1 mark. There is a owner. He has flowed down the process. When I go and interact with the software, say some 50 or 60% of the people are able to bring the process, then they will get score 2. When I go to the software, all the employees are able to explain the process very clearly, they will get score 3. In case all the employees are able to explain, if I don't do the job rightly, what will be the consequence on the customer to the organization, then they will get 4. Like this, we identified 28 process attributes and we have done the assessments. I will show you a sample case study. After the assessment, this assessment was done in the month of January. Planning got about 55%, stores department 52, protection is 49, quality 56, shipping 50, and maintenance scored the highest 64%. Then we thought, before let us not take up any Lean Six Sigma projects, let us work on the foundations. Let us make the foundation start before we take up any Lean Six Sigma initiatives. Then what we did? We analyzed each department where they are performed with respect to each process basis. Then we added, this is the example of planning department, how they perform. We told within 3 months, on the process basis we need to achieve 70% mark. Already we know after the assessment, we know where we stand. And one beauty of this assessment is, top management will not go into the first assessment. First assessment will be done by the team leaders. And the second level of assessment will be done by the group leader. Then we see, is the group leader's assessment and team leader's assessment both are on the same page. If it is not there on the same page, what we will do? We need to look at the questionnaire, the scoring mechanism, whether everybody is understood. Once it is done, say after 3 months, management will go and do the assessment. So here, all the layers of the management will be put on the same page. That is the beauty of this process basis assessment. I talked about the process basis assessment. Yes, we achieved 75% of the assessment score after 6 months of initiating this process basic improvement project. We have done the foundations very strong. Then we thought this is the right time to go for Lean and Six Sigma. For me, Lean is nothing but it is flow. All of us know Lean is reducing the waste and reducing the lead time to meet the customer requirements. Lean is applicable not only to manufacturing, it is applicable to all kinds of industries. What is Lean process? Lean process is, we are eliminating Muda, Mura and Muri. Most of the case we will not be eliminated from experience, we can only minimize. Some of the waste when we identify it is possible to eliminate, most of the waste we can only minimize. And waste is nothing but any activity which consumes results which does not add value to the customer. What is Mura? Variation in the operation of the process not caused by the end customer. Muri, overburden on the equipment. When you look at the 3M, I know many of us may get confused. You look at this. The simple picture will explain what is this 3M. One is the waste. Waste can be anything. You are producing the product with over quality or quality related issues or unnecessary movements, inventory, the sleeping money, all are waste. When you look at Muri, the unreasonable burden, see the one guy is carrying the weight. Is it possible? We are putting too much burden on one person. Mura, 2 people are carrying the weight. You look at that one person is carrying the more weight. We need to level it. Once you level all the 3, the organization will become Lean organization. What is mental models? We can implement Lean. Very easy. Learning the tools, like starting from the value stream mapping, 5 years, single unit, exchange of price. Tools are many. We can go and make use of the tools. Will it be alone sufficient to make the organization successful? No. Mental models play a vital role. What is mental model? This is a person's assumption about the world based on their experience and upbringing. Or we can say in other words, the glass which we wear to see the world. Manjal glass something like that. Whether a mental model affects Lean transformation? Yes. Most of the Lean transformation fail because people have wrong mental models. So whenever you want to make the organization successful while implementing Lean, we need to have the right mental models. What is mental model? If you look at any conventional organization, this picture may not be clear to the backbenchers, but I will explain. Whenever there is a problem, here only the employees operator will go and attend the problem. The supervisor or management leader will sit in the room. They will not go to the shop floor. But if you look at Lean organization, whenever there is a problem, the management along with the operators will go to the shop floor together, Demba, and do the analysis. And second thing, they will, in conventional organization, keep the matter moving, produce and if a great problem will not come to visible. But in Lean organizations, whenever there is a problem, they will stop the line, correct the process and restart the production. And Most of the process will not be followed or they may not have good process in conventional organizations. But in lean organizations, they have process in place, all the important process will be put in the visual management. And in conventional organization, what happens? Only there are few specialists. Whenever there is a problem, call this guy will go to the shop floor and he solves the problem. But in real lean organizations, the team will solve. Everybody, the member of the organizations are empowered to give the problems and they can give the right solutions also. So lean means empowerment. Now we talked about lean. The another structure, pillar and wall of any house is Six Sigma methodology. Nowadays, Lean Six Sigma has become a luxurious tool. Do 2-3 projects, get certifications, and change the employment for better salary. That is what is happening. But if you ask me, that is not so. When you look at Six Sigma methodology, what is happening? Variation. Variation exists in every process. Even our own body temperature, blood pressure, whatever you call, that will not remain same. There will be a variation. So, to put it simple, there are two cricketers. The one person goes to the pitch, scores somewhere between 45 to 50 runs. The moment he enters the pitch, minimum 45 runs are guaranteed. The another cricketer, he is very good. Sometimes he scores 100, sometimes 0. But if you look at both the cricketers, A and B, their average score is only 50. Can we take decent based on average? The cricketer B can go, sometimes he is out of the crease, 0 score. But the first person, whenever he enters, minimum 45 runs, guaranteed. Which one you will like? Of course, you will like the first one, minimum guarantee of 45. So when we talk about Six Sigma, we need to look at these 4 processes. There is a process which is capable but not performing. And the second process, capable and performing, then neither capable nor performing, and not capable but performing. When we look at this, I have done about 9 Six Sigma project using design methodology. I have not done any Six Sigma project using design for Six Sigma. Let us see what is demand and DMAD. You have a problem in your hand. You have defined the problem. If there is a existing process is available, you are going and improving the existing process. Then we will make use of define, measure, improve and control domain methodology. In case there is no process is existing, you are going to manufacture a new product. Then we will go for DFSS, design for Six Sigma. Design for Six Sigma is nothing but define, measure, analyze, design and verify. Only R&D organization mostly make use of DFSS. So when we talk about Six Sigma makes use of disciplined methodology. In a right sequence, starts to define the problem, measure the process, analyze the data, identify the root causes, develop the solution, improve the process and control. 90% of the Six Sigma project fail from my experience because we did not pay adequate attention in the control phase. Everybody in hurry, we have improved. We did not spend much time. One time result achieved, call the project closer meeting milestone, we close it. After 6 months when we got back to the software, again same back to the square one. So if you want Six Sigma project to succeed, we need to pay adequate time to the control phase. Whatever we talked about process basics, set the process basics right and go for Lean and Six Sigma. But today, most of the organizations don't go and undertake Lean Six Sigma projects separately. It becomes a blend. Whenever they identify the problem, they make use of both Lean and Six Sigma tools. I want to reduce the variation but fast. So here, once you look at Lean Six Sigma, both heavily focuses on the customer. Lean aims at reducing or eliminating the 3 M's, whereas Six Sigma aims at reducing the variations. Where we use Lean tools? Where we have lot of waste, where lot of human mistakes, a need for reduction of inventory, the sleeping money, to improve workflows, to speed up the processes. When you look at Six Sigma, Mostly we make use of Six Sigma tools alone for wherever we have quality issues like customer complaint detection, in-process quality scrap reduction, excessive variation. The problem is complex, yes, we will go for Six Sigma. But mostly what we do, we carry out the end-to-end value stream mapping. Out of the value stream mapping, we will identify the improvement areas. Then we make use of both Lean and Six Sigma tools. We need to reduce the variation and as well as give the result quickly. There is no point in giving the medicine a person who is there in the ICU on time. That may be a 10 paisa medicine. If it is not given on time, it is of no use. So speed is also matters a lot. So when we look at organizations, most of the time we work on our routines. If you go and talk to a team leader, he will say my daily target is this much quantity, X quantity. I will achieve X quantity, I want to go home. If I don't achieve X quantity, my supervisor group leader will come and sometimes shout at me, or they can have one-on-one why you are not able to achieve the target. But if you ask me, once you get into any organization and do the organizational diagnosis, yes, there will be problems. But when I see from my experience, most of the time, I can say 90% of the time, people are spending only routine activities. But if you look at this, if people can contribute some percentage of their time towards improvement activities, which will make their life easier. But again, it is organization culture building. Culture building cannot be done overnight. Even whatever Lean Six Sigma project I spoke about, this cannot be done overnight. Sometimes it may take 2 to 3 years, sometimes 5 years. Everything will go only in the form of projects. There will be a start, there will be an end. So project management is the key behind any organization to achieve the successful results. We know we have done process basic assessment, we identified the projects, Lean Six Sigma or project management way of working. Where will we apply this? We discussed we will apply in all the functional departments. In one of my assessment, to achieve manufacturing excellence, the organization adopted 8 pillar approach. The pillars are learning, safety, environment, manufacturing cost, supplier management, supply chain process, delivery, reliability, and flexibility, quality, and productivity. What we do? The 8 pillars will be assessed. What we did? All the 8 pillars we assessed in terms of whether you have the 50% mark for the systems and 50% mark weighted for the implementations. If you look at, this was my first assessment, except supply chain, which is in yellow, something 66. The rest of the pillars were in red. This is a real activity which I have done in one of my assessments. Then we did, it took about 18 months to move from average plant score 33% to 63. After 63, what happened? We worked hard, we moved to 66. See, whatever low-hanging fruits we had, which we addressed successfully, we got the result. For an example, to give better understanding, we had 20 customer complaints. The questionnaire asks, if you reduce your customer complaint by 50%, you will get 2 marks, or 5 marks. I reduced it. I brought my customer complaint from 20 to 10. The next assessment, the next half, to get the same 5 marks, what I need to do? I need to reduce the customer complaint from 10 to 5. Whereas I have my customer base consists of about 200 customers. Is it possible to reduce 10 to 5? The real challenge starts over there. Once you reach 5, again it will be very difficult to score marks. Even the questionnaire asks how many deviations you have given. Sometimes in the production line, because I was heading one of the quality functions in one of the organizations. Whenever there is a problem, production will come and say, sir, we cannot do anything more than this. If quality, if you want to accept, that's all we are going. Then at that point in time, what we told, as I already told in the beginning, things may not go most of the time as per plan. We need to take conscious decision. How do you take conscious decision? If I take a decision, send the consignment to the customer. If customer rejects, what customer will say? What my management will say? Quality clear, that's why it went up. So I am not interested in taking the responsibility. Then what we did? We did a deviation process. So something is there, protection will raise the deviation request, protection head, quality head, and marketing. We three sit together. Sitting in con call, tell the problem, nothing will happen to the customer. Then we take a conscious decision. In case customer complaint comes, we say, it was a collective reason. So that see, always we need to heavily attack only on the process, not the people. That is what we call warm heart principle. So that is how we work. After 63, I left the organization. I don't know what is the score, current score now. So now we talk at length about the doing. Now we will talk about the being. There are few photographs are there. I think all of you agree there are great personalities, starting from Father of the Nation Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. APJ and Mother Teresa. Can we say all of the classic example for being? They achieved, they did it, proved people. What is the reason? Each individual, take the case of Dr. APJ. When he was a scientist, he used to go and meet children in schools. He loved children. One of his values, we can say, is love. After becoming a president of this nation, did he stop doing that? Even after becoming the president of this country, wherever he visited, he went and met children. Sometimes even breaking his, security protocol. So some of the values, we will not compromise even under the most pressing circumstances. We need to live the values. How do you say this guy is living his value? Dr. A.K. is not known to me. I never lived with him. But what we do? From his behavior, we can infer he loved children. Before and after, President of India. So he consistently behaved in the same way. We can say one of his values is love. So looking at the behavior of the persons, we can infer the value systems. So value, defining a person, who they are, what they do, how they do. The biggest problem comes when things are going fine. I can follow all the value system, whether it be honest or love, whatever you say. We can follow all the value system when things are very good, very fine. In the most pressing circumstances, if you don't change your value, you will be punished. Take the case of Raja Harishchandra. What happened? People asked him to tell him online, but he did not do that. What is value? It is truth. Even if you pursue your value system, if you are going to be punished, but people will follow the values. But when you look at the values, everybody has got their own values. If you go and ask Mr.M.Manikandan, he has also got some values. If you ask me, his value is fear. Whereas when we talk about Mahatma Gandhi, it is love or ahimsa. So the problem comes when the mind is confused and the heart is afraid, whether to follow the value systems or not. But successful people, they follow the value system. This happens, I think this slide is very relevant to all the students, both UG and PG. All of us studying well, all of us want to get a good employment. What happens? Go and talk to your senior batch. Some of your seniors join some company and left within 3 to 6 months time. Whether it happens or not, it happens. Why? Individual values need to align with the team value, and team value needs to align with the organization value. Whenever there is value conflict, they will not be able to survive. So we need to put the organization value first. Team need to align their value with the organization value, and individual need to align his value with the organization value. Only there are 2 options. In case of value conflict, either change your values. If not, you are upholding the right values. You cannot compromise or change your values. There is no other go. You leave the organization and find a better place. My sincere request to the students, before you go and sit in any kind of interviews, please go through the company's value systems. Most of nowadays, value is not only lying in the walls. People are living the values. I think when we talk about values is not only applicable to individuals, it is applicable to organization as well. I have 3 examples, but I would like to take the example of Taj Hotels. I think 26 November 2008, what happened? Terrorists entered and attacked the hotel. No, one of the graduate training, that girl served the HUL, Hindustan Unity Worker. Global meeting is going on in the Taj Hotel. This girl, without any instruction, she saved all the delegates through the kitchen. There was no instruction given to the girl, go and save the HUL delegates. And one more, Captain George, what he did, he saved 54 foreigners or somebody, some delegates, and end of the day he died. He sacrificed his life to the bullet. If you look at these organizations, whether it is a graduate trainee or the employee, they will select only based on the value system. If this individual value system is aligning with my organization value, I will select the candidate. Because I used to go to various engineering colleges to recruit graduate engineers as a part of my assignment. Wherever I go, I look at whether his value system aligns to my organization value system. Technical thing you leave it. If he is average, it's okay. I can put him under some kind of training. I can improve upon. But values, it's very difficult to change. So, on Taj Hotels, why I took the case of Taj Hotels? One thing is, employees applied their mind, they had courage, and they saved the people. After what happened after the incident? Within 20 days, Ratan Tata visited all the 80 people's house who lost their life during the incident. He met personally, and what promises he made? Those people who lost their life, salary will be given to the people till his retirement year, and all the medical expenses of the families will be borne by the company till the retirement of the person that the victim. And the children's educational expenses will be undertaken by the organizations, whether it can be abroad or in India. Did Ratan Tata stop there itself? No. There are some people, including police constable, lost their life in the railway station. Because at the same time, some firing took place in railway station as well. That point in time I was there in Mumbai. What Ratan Tata did? He gave some kind of compensation to the people who lost their life in the railway station as well. Did anybody ask him to do it? No. Why did he do it? Because of the company's value systems. So culture is one thing. I think most of you may be knowing this story, but still it is nice to recall this story. There are 5 monkeys. Okay? There is a ladder. I have banana in the cage. We spray water. The first monkey wants to eat banana. It claims the ladder goes near to banana. Water spray is happening. Monkey becomes wet. Monkey did not like becoming wet. It wants to become dry. What happens? Monkey comes down. I don't want the banana. I don't want to make my body wet. I want to be dry. It came down. Then second monkey tried. It also became wet. Did not eat banana, came down. And third monkey was trying to climb the ladder. These 2 monkeys put together, hey man, if you climb up, you will become wet. Come down. These 2 monkeys did not allow the third monkey to climb the stairs. The same thing happened to all the 5 monkeys. Then what we did? Replace one monkey with a new monkey. We get one old monkey from the story, add a new one. The new monkey comes. By the time we stop spraying the water. The new monkey tries to climb the ladder, but what happens? These 4 monkeys put together, don't climb the ladder, pull it down. The day happens, all the 5 monkeys were replaced by new monkeys, but there was no water. But what happens? People will go with a belief that if you climb the step up, you will become wet. So sometimes something happens, but we need to go on today's reality. That's why people say culture set over time. It is something how we think and art. How do we change the organization culture? This is the model I took it from Journey to Emerald City, which worked very well in all my assignments. First we need to create the right kind of experience. Experience creates the belief. Belief creates the actions. Actions will give the results. But most of the time organization what they do? They will tell people, go and do this, get this result. Go and do this, get results. It will be only every time you put pressure on getting it done. But if you look at good to great organizations, what they do? They create the right kind of experience to give more clarity. If you work hard, if you achieve business result, you will be rewarded accordingly. So the moment you started rewarding the right people for the right contribution, this will spread a word of mouth. That means you are creating a right kind of experience within the organization. So if I do a right job, I will get the right reward. Then everybody will start contributing. Instead of doing this, if you reward only those people who is close to the top management, what people will think? Unless you become close to top management, you will not get anything. So here the first thing what we need to work on, we need to create a right kind of experience. Yes, it takes time. Sometimes in years. So now we come to end of the session, almost summary. Improvement ability to manufacturing excellence is built upon solid foundation of process basics and stability through process control. Continuous improvement is sustained through Lean Six Sigma, nothing but our process flow and capability. Central to everything are the people and the cultural DNA. If you look at this, you set your foundation basic right, you put your process control, then you do Lean Six Sigma. Then you will be able to achieve excellence. In summary, you make your foundation strong. Process, you have a quality management system, you have leadership at all levels, you make the process basics. Process basics is the area where most of the organizations struggle. You make the foundations perfectly right, then you go for process control, then you go for Lean Six Sigma. The organization will become excellent organization, not only for 1 year, 2 years, throughout their life. And when we talk about manufacturing excellence, any change in any organization, it has to go in the form of project management. In India, when we talk about, there are 5 lakhs projects or infrastructures or projects are delayed. Why? We did the analysis, then we concluded projects were given to the people who did not have adequate project management skill. So, my sincere request to students, if you want to become successful in any organizations, once you get employed, you will be putting a project team as a project member. After say 2 or 3 years, you will become a project manager. So it's the right time, go and learn more about project management. Because wherever you go, you will work in projects. That's my sincere request to each one of you. With this, I conclude my session. If you have any questions, you can raise. I will try to answer my best. You feel free to interact. If you have any hesitation, I am available here till 2 o'clock. I will leave only after lunch. You can approach me in person and we can discuss. Thank you. Thank you for present listening. Thank you.